Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to B.BstrdsTV. I'm Tony, and today we're going to be working on these Sport Blue Jordan 6s. Now, as they stand right now, these things look horrible. They're dirty, they stink, they have dog fur all over them, they're yellowing. These things have been through a rough time. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to try to take these things from beat to heat. So, first things first, we're going to take these over to the workbench, get them cleaned up, and get them ready for a fresh coat of paint, and get them ready to be customized. Alright, with that being said, let's get to work. You know the vibes. Run the intro. Tight fit, tight fit, tight fit. In the wrong hand. They are in the wrong hand. Alright guys, so here we are at my workbench and we're ready to get to work on these. But for before and after purposes, we're only going to be working on the right shoe. So this left shoe, don't need it. So now we got to give these bad boys a bath. And to do that, we're going to be using a host of Rejuvenator products, including this, the Rejuvenator cleaning solution. One day I'll go into depth in what Rejuvenator products I use, but since we're not sponsored, I'll wait for that. Come on, Rejuvenator, do the right thing. To get things kicked off, we're going to be removing the laces and then giving these things a thorough scrub down from the inside out. Let's go.
Scapegoat, you nasty.
Before you start cleaning your sneakers, you want to make sure you pop in a shoe tree or stuff your toe box full of rags or maybe a couple of plastic bags. This will put pressure on the toe box to get rid of those creases. A couple of squirts of Rejuvenator's cleaning solution and we're ready to go. I always start my cleaning process with Rejuvenator's soft bristle brush. It's a good way to start breaking down the dirt. Here I am using the stiff brush just to get all of the dirt out of the rough outer sole. Rejuvenator's stiff brush does a good job of getting the dirt out of the bottom of your sneakers. Alright, that's the end of the first pass. I'm just gonna wipe them off with a microfiber towel and take a step back and look at my work, see how many more spots I need to hit, see if there's any more dirt left on the surface. And judging on the age of the sneaker, I'm probably gonna wash these things about another 2 to 3 more times by hand. Not bad for a first wash. Hold on, wait, stop, hold a minute. Chill. Did you know that you can order our cleaning services online? It's easy. I even have a menu. All you have to do is go to B.BstrdsTV.com, click on services, and then go to custom and refurbished footwear, and then fill out the form, click send. I'll get an email, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, cool? Cool. Back to the video. All right, guys, we are back. We're finished cleaning the sneakers, and smell 100% better. Got most of the stains out, got all of the dog hair off of the sneakers. These are a pretty old pair of sneakers, but we did a good job at it. Now, time for some paint. One of my favorite colorways of this silhouette is the Air Jordan 6 Carmines. So I was thinking to do a take on that silhouette and just make them blue. But before we get into the painting process, we have to prep the sneakers. We have to strip off the factory paint and the factory finish and get it ready for a new coat of paint. Now that might sound a little bit difficult, but it's actually pretty easy. All you need is some acetone and some cotton balls. Let's get into it. As I said before, I'm using acetone and cotton balls to take off the factory finish and the paint on the sneakers. I'm not too worried about getting all of the blue off because I'm going to be covering that part of the sneaker with black. You see me here getting a piece of sandpaper out of my desk. What you want to do is get a grit between, I usually use a grit between 180 and 240. What you want to do is do some light passes over the sneaker. This will give something for your paint to grip onto. After that quick sanding, I went over the sneaker one more time with some more acetone just to get all of the dirt and debris off, make sure there was no dust or anything left on the top of the sneaker, and then proceeded to step 2. Alright guys, as you can see now, my prep work is done. off camera, I went ahead and taped off the sneaker. You want to tape off all the areas that you don't want to get paint on. So now we're ready for some paint. I usually like to start from lightest to darkest. So since we're doing a carmine flip using blue, I'm going to start with white. I'm going to give the whole sneaker a fresh coat of white and then go from there. All right, be back soon. All right, on to the fun stuff, paint. What you want to do before you put paint in your airbrush is that you want to take the paint and mix in a little bit of Angelus 2 Thin. This will thin out the paint so that it can flow through your airbrush without creating any clogs or stoppages. As your airbrusher, you want to make sure you're using light coats and you're spreading the paint out evenly, moving in smooth motions. In between your coats and your layers, you want to make sure that you use a heat gun to make sure that that layer of paint is set before moving on to another layer. As you can see now, after about 3 to 4 passes of white paint, I have a pretty solid color going on right now. You can see me testing out the flow of my airbrush on my hand just to make sure it doesn't clog up and to make sure I don't get any overspray anywhere. Now moving on to the blue. I don't really care for the blue that was on the sneakers already, so I mixed my own. The paints I use are from Angelus, and the colors I used were True Blue, Blue, and Green. Also with a couple of drops of white as well. Once again, thin, light layers. That is the key. You don't want to blotch it all on at once. You want to make sure you go through about 3 to 4, maybe even 5 layers of your color, depending on the coverage. Do not forget to heat set after each layer. All right, boom. Blue is looking nice and solid. Now we're gonna move on to the detail work. Gotta use the black now. Like I said, I like to work from the lightest to the darkest color. And this is why I didn't really worry too much about my taping job, because I knew I was gonna use black at the end. Black really does cover up a lot of the mistakes that you make. I decided to hand brush the black on because a lot of the areas were highly detailed and I'm lazy. I didn't feel like taping it up. All right, black's laid down. We're down to the final steps. What I use is Krylon matte spray to get that natural gloss out of the paint and give it that nice matte factory look. Also, to finish the shoe off, I'm going to use Rejuvenator's water and stain repellent, just in case. It's always a nice touch. All right, time to lace these bad boys up and let's see the results. All right, cool. Just to quickly run down the process again. First, we took the sneaker and we cleaned it down with Rejuvenator's cleaning solution, and then we prepped the surface using acetone and cotton balls. After that, we mixed up our paints, masked off our sneakers and all the areas that we didn't want to get certain colors on, and then we went to work. And to finish off the sneaker and give it that factory look, we used Krylon matte spray to give it that good factory finish. So, how do you guys think it turned out? I think we did pretty good for today. A quick little job, not too bad, not too shabby. I does this. But I want to know, what's your favorite Jordan silhouette? Leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more episodes like this, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and always remember, be real, be brill, be bastards. Peace.
Scapegoat nasty.